Hello, black people. I hope you're staying home. Don't be out there protesting in Los Angeles. That's what they want. They want to gun us down. Stay home.
So I'm sitting here watching about the ICE raids, right? And let me say this. If you are an African American, this is for you. Don't get in that. The strategy is beginning with different ethnicities, okay? But what they want us to do is they want us to jump in because they want a reason to put our butts in jail. Be careful about, you're supposed to help your brother. Yes, you are. Pray. Do not get out there in those streets acting like you the next, what they call a martyr, because you will be. Stay in the house.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide. So as you know, there's a protest brewing in the streets. Cuban Americans and other immigrant groups are calling on the black community to rise up and join them against ICE raids, deportation, and immigration crackdowns. But the response from many black Americans, it's a firm no. Count us out. Now, they're not being heartless, they're being strategic, they're being cautious, because to many in the black community, this feels all too similar. The trauma, the exploitation, the danger of being used as a face of resistance, only to be left holding the bag. No. So some are even saying, we supported you all at the polls. We stood by you when it mattered most. But we are not about to be used as the frontline fighters every time a system starts turning on people. And with Trump in office, let's be honest, a lot of folks believe that encouraging black people to hit the streets might be a trap, a setup, a way to prove chaos, and the crackdown even harder. So yes, there's a solidarity, but it's not going to look like what people are expecting this time. So guys, let's take a look at the reactions of the black folks. Then I'll be back and can continue this conversation. Let's dive into it.
I see a lot of posts asking why we aren't out there protesting. We? Who the f is we? Many of us don't even live in California because 94% of us did what we were supposed to do back in fucking November. We wouldn't be in this predicament if a whole lot of those motherfuckers who are probably out there protesting had got out there and goddamn voted. You're not gonna tell me that if everyone had done their part back in fucking November, we wouldn't be in this predicament now. This is not a military takeover. Donald Trump is not taking over by force. They voted Donald Trump or allowed Donald Trump to be voted the fuck in. We did our part.
So you want to be an American, but yet you protest with your flag from your country and not the American flag. You want to be an American, but yet you refuse to follow all the rules that Americans have to. You want to be an American, but yet you go out with your friends and you cause riots and throw rocks at ICE cars trying to slow them down and then get upset because your children got tear gassed. You want to be an American, but yet you refuse to take all the steps that you need to take in order for you to be successfully a citizen in the United States of America. The truth is, I think that a lot of you don't want to be Americans. What you want to be is hooked on our benefits and you want us to pay for them. I don't think you actually want to be an American. If you're going to do what it took to become an American, you would take all the proper steps. And you know what? Americans like me who love people who do things the right way, I have no problem writing a letter for you on your behalf and saying that, you know what, as a United States Marine, I believe that this person should be here, no different than myself, because they're a hard worker and they deserve to be here. Because I've done that before. But at the end of the day, you're hooked on our benefits. You're not hooked on becoming American. You still like your country, and you should go back to your country and enjoy the benefits that your country has. Oh wait, your country doesn't have benefits, that's why you're here. You could either adapt, change, or you can go back to your country. ICE is not going to slow down for you. The scary thing is that you're listening to these politicians, these Los Angeles council women, these Congress women who are telling you to go out there and disrupt ICE. ICE is not going to slow down. As a matter of fact, they will probably speed up because you are putting them in danger. And because of that, you could be harmed. So don't do that. Just step aside. If you want to do things, do it the right way.
Why are black people saying this is not our fight making you upset? I've seen video after video from Latino creators or Latino people coming online pleading to black people to put our bodies at the forefront of this fight against illegal ICE raids, against deportation, against roundups, against undocumented people being rounded up and families being disjointed. But there's several reasons as to why you should not be shocked that Black people are sitting this one out. We're also aware that across the board, overwhelmingly Black people voted in favor of the candidate that had Black interests, Latino interests, Asian interests at heart. Where if you look at the sentiments of what that vote represents, half of your community voted for this. Half of your community said F you to Black people. Half of your community said, we don't care about you. Half of your community said you wanted to be white aligning and white adjacent. And now you're being reminded of the fact that you're not. We have to have the ability to hold multiple truths when we speak to each other as communities. The truth is that Latinos are not in a monolith. It's just an all-encompassing umbrella that they put you under. And that, yes, the majority of the people that voted for Donald Trump and were doing that were Cuban and were other people in different parts of the country, and undocumented people in Mexico, in California are being impacted by that. That is true. But what's also true is that there is a history of Black people fighting and being at the forefront of civil rights in this country since the inception of civil rights in this country. And it's always been pushback and non-solidarity from multiple communities who are voting and always going against Black people. So this particular time when Black women especially really came out in droves and really fought forward with our votes, and you guys didn't do it, your community didn't do it. It's like, why would I fight now? Why would I fight now?
Now, Black Americans are saying, you voted for this, you supported this system, and now it's your time to rise. You wanted the smoke? Well, here it is. Guess its boundaries, and it's actually not bitterness. And many Black people feel like their fight has always been front and center for voting rights, civil rights, police reform, education, healthcare, you name it. And they show up loud, proud, and visible. But when it's time for the same energy to be returned, the streets go quiet. So the message this time is clear. We're not coming to save you. We'll pray for you, yes. We'll post for you. But protesting, that's on you now. And honestly, can you blame them? So whether it's ICE raids, family separations, or mass deportations, these are real issues. And they deserve real attention. But demanding that Black Americans once again put their bodies on the line? No, because when the favor hasn't always been returned, that's a conversation people aren't ready to have. So Black Americans are saying, we are definitely not coming out for the protest, but we are praying for you. We are hoping that you fight for yourself and you do what is right. So guys, what do you think? Is this a fair stance from the Black community, or is this just another example of how divided things have become in America? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And also, are Black Americans right to sit this one out, or should they be standing side by side in protest? Let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, like, share, and subscribe for more real talk and trending stories from around the world. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.